friends, I'm Annie Botticelli. Welcome to my Leo September 2025 astrology horoscope forecast. This might be one of the most intense months of the entire year. In fact, it definitely will be one of the two most intense months of the entire year, with the last one having happened already. This is due to two eclipses. Both of those are in your financial houses, so I'm calling the theme of this month for Leo cash flow catalysts. Twin eclipses ignite income and investment, and we'll go all into the details of that, as well as cover other factors that will be affecting you this month. This is for you if Leo is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Leo placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is your part of your astrological picture. If you're a very, very late degree Leo friend, so birthdays like August 15th through the rest of the sign, or you have late degree Leo placements like 23 degrees of Leo through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Virgo report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. Okay, so there is a massive amount of focus on the two most powerful money sectors of your chart, not only with the eclipses, but with some other transits as well. So I'm just going to start with this information and build the storylines and work some other factors in as we go along. On September 7th, we have a lunar eclipse at 15 degrees of Pisces. And then we have on September 21st, a solar eclipse, black moon eclipse, because it's the second Virgo new moon in a row, the first one having been August 23rd, and that's at 29 degrees Virgo. And the second house is being accentuated of earned income by the solar eclipse, and the other people's money house, money can come from anywhere house, is being activated by the Pisces eclipse. So let's give a little background here. From between 2024 and 2027, these Pisces Virgo eclipses are happening. So this is the third chapter in this storyline that we're about midway through now after these eclipses. Something is in process in your money world. Things have been going on. They're going to continue going on. Every 4 to 6 months, things will come into the forefront with some drama and some, hopefully some great things. Also could be some challenging things. And then it'll fade into the new normal and then rise up again through this cycle. Now, if you want to add some context to this as to when this cycle happened before, think back to the beginning of 2015 through the first half of 2017, and going further back from the beginning of 2006 through the first half of 2008. All right, so it doesn't mean that the exact things that happened at those times will happen again, but it does mean that there are some similar things that will happen, especially related to money stories, that you're carrying along a continuum. If you learned lessons then, you may reap rewards now. If there's something that happened then that you didn't integrate, you may get that worked out now. So, there's something very powerful, very long-term that's rising up at this time. Not only is your earned income sector your worth, your value of what you think you should earn and how confidently you walk or don't walk with your earning potential, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun are also going to be in Virgo in the second house. Now, Virgo is the planet of action regarding details, and you will be inclined to start to get down to the nitty-gritty. What costs do you have every day are keeping you from increasing your savings? What costs are every day are causing you to have to work more that maybe you don't even need? This is a fantastic time to go through your budget and your spending with a fine-tooth comb and really see, where is this money going? You're probably paying for apps you're not using. You're probably, doing all kinds of things that you're not aware of. But this type of analysis can start to shift things for you. Also, you can figure out how much you really have to make in order to have the life you want. And you can start to make plans with how you're going to make that happen. Things may just come to you at this time. But the more you investigate, for instance, if you need a loan, the more research you do, or focusing on having received the loan that you do, maybe that will help activate the probabilities that are present. When we talk about astrological factors, we're talking about possibilities, sometimes probabilities, but we can take an active role in this if we know that this is going on, which is part of the reason for the report. If you know that these sectors are activated for you and you need some help there, you can go out and seek the help you need. It gives the universe more ways to get that help to you if you're open and you're active. If you know that it's a good time to go through your finances and you actually do it, that will help you as well. Now, some things can just come from left field and have nothing to do with any work that you put in. That can definitely happen. But, you can take an active role here, and it could be important to do that. You might need some discipline. You might need some discernment. You might need some systems that are put in place, and that's what this time is very much about. And also some more good news about this time. To make all these decisions and go through all this, the tides are going out from the perspective of the personal planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars. When we are not in any retrograde or the shadow to retrograde, that's what I call the tides going out. So for July and August, you were on the shore not being able to put your boats afloat because the tides were coming in and everything would come back to you. So unless you were experimenting, doing short-term things, you wouldn't have been able to get much going at that time. Lots of feeling like you're getting stuck in the mud. Lots of feeling like you're talking to people, rescheduling or fixing mistakes that other people made. But now that is changing because as of August 26th through October 21st, the tides are going out. So big decisions, big moves, big job changes, starting businesses, ending businesses, education commitments, contracts. You've got this open window here and there's momentum to move forward. Mars is bringing some momentum with relationships. And so there may be communication within relationships that are very key to getting the things that you need. Legacy stuff, wills, trusts, inheritances, crypto, stocks, investments, lesser seen realms. The 8th house is activated here. And 3 star goddesses are in Scorpio, which rule this 8th house, Lilith, Juno, and Vesta. And Mars being in Libra, soon to be in Scorpio, is showing you that this is a time for merging, for getting help, for getting support, but all of that support can lead towards your autonomy. You don't have to be getting support to foster dependency. You could be getting support to foster independency or interdependency. And those are all going to be big themes at this time. Not just the money riches that are coming up either, because Pluto rules the 8th house, and the 8th house rules resources, riches that are under the ground. So technically, precious metals are also there, commodities, different kinds of things. But when we're talking about riches, it's not just financial or material riches. It's spiritual riches. It's also emotional riches. It's intimacy, closeness riches. It's riches having to do with connecting to the unseen places where things make sense, but you can't really, they're not tangible. Things having to do with the immaterial are accessible as much as the material at this time. And not only do you have that going on from the Scorpio water versus Taurus earth, which are the houses that are accentuated for Leo with these eclipses, you're also having water, Pisces, and earth, Virgo. So double water, double earth focuses with these eclipses where the immaterial and the material are dancing, and you're finding that balance between them. You're building bridges between the worlds of the seen and the unseen, and solving mysteries, diving into mysteries. And whether it's a mystery like it's a great book or a great TV series, or a mystery like a mystery of life, and diving, like going over the edge into astrology and tarot and other spiritual processes or psychological processes. All of this is available to you, and finding a nice balance between these realms. The truth of the matter is, and this is something that really can't be disputed, is that with as much as we can see and sense, the vast majority of what is, we cannot see or sense. And we keep learning about those things that are present more and more all the time. Science keeps delivering to us more explanation of the things that we don't see, but are there. So we have to know there is a lot more of that. And that's what the water energies are about. The Pisces and the Scorpio are really tuning into those things that have not yet been discovered. Those things that are there and can be useful, but you can't quite quantify them or qualify them or, make them understandable. Makes me think of the whole subject of quantum physics and quantum entanglement. This has been a very hotly discussed topic in the physics world, which of course has been, has both sides of people having opinions about things. But the whole idea of quantum entanglement is just like a slap in the face to anything that people have tried to figure out. And yet there it is. It exists. How could something not local understand and hold information non-locally? It's mind-boggling. So those kind of things, like delving into that world, which is more real in some ways than the real world because it encompasses more of space in our being. That's the kind of thing that's going on this month. Okay, so we've got a massive number of aspects. Great deal of those 2/3 are challenged aspects. But there are 9 amazing aspects that are dancing between the challenges. There's one particularly rugged aspect I'm going to mention, Mars square Pluto. That's on the 24th, but you may feel it the 19th through the rest of the month. Could be even earlier than the 19th. It's kind of a hide under a rock aspect. Of course, we can't hide under a rock for 10 days or whatever or more. But just be really aware, be really careful, trust your intuition, drive safely, don't antagonize someone. People are going to be on edge. You may be more on edge. Plot time to, kind of be in your own space, ground your energy field, get your feet in the earth, transfer, negative ions into your being to help fight off those free radicals that are accumulating through toxins. And, this is a time to really try to stay connected because it can be really overwhelming. Definitely one of the most intense months of the year. But you can do a lot with it. Information will be coming in and you will have to make some decisions, but you've got great stars for doing that. Just also remember in that, second half of the month, when Mars Pluto starts to affect, it will be a little bit difficult to see past that conflict. But there are sweet aspects at work mopping up any mischief that may come, and you will feel those too. On the topic of water and the emotional sectors and the interconnectedness of all things, you also have a year transit of Jupiter going through your 12th house. This is a time when your inner world is going to be lit up, your dream space is going to be magnified, and your capacity to dive between the subconscious, unconscious, conscious realms, the beyond and here are going to be drastically expanded. So lean on your dreams for insight. Lean on asking your subconscious mind to solve a problem for you before you go to sleep. And then when you wake up, you may have answers because Jupiter is asking you to do this. And you may find that you are a very intuitive person, magnified by the time this transit is done. If you already are intuitive, this is going to accentuate it. So the more you do to actively work this sector of your life, the more, train it, the more results you'll get. The veils are much thinner at these power portal times between worlds, and you will see that. And you will be surprised at the kind of information that can come in on these conduits in between. Now, we went right to Virgo because there's so much going on there, but I would like to also mention that you do have a couple of days left of Mercury in your sign at the beginning of the month, and you do have some weeks of Venus in your sign, and those would be going through your first house, which is accentuating your charisma, which makes it really good for taking photos of you and for getting new clothes or doing your hair. And since we've got direct planets, especially in the first half when we're away from this Mars-Pluto thing, if you're wanting like a revamp to your look or something like that, or you need to be persuasive for something, an application for school, a job interview, a raise, anything that you're wanting to be persuasive for, Venus is going to help you and bring you extra blessings with your charm and magnetism. So that's a really exciting time. You also may become more monetized. So something you do, who you are, your identity may become more sellable if that is what you're trying to do. If you're creating a brand, if you're trying to get a job, if you are dating, all of this is going to be helped by Venus's presence here. So it's very exciting. We don't get this happening very often, every 9 months or so, or 7.5 months, close to that. It's close to like a birthing cycle, but, so it's not super rare, but it's not happening all the time, and it does give you some extra goodies. As the month progresses, Mars is going to move into your 4th house, joining Lilith, Juno, and Vesta there, the star goddesses, bringing a great focus to your home and family. Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, bringing a long-term focus to home and family. So you'll notice that you are ready to do some important things with your home. Buying, selling, refurbishing, fixing up. All of these are great for this time. Resonate with how I teach and you want to learn, take full advantage of my epic Black Moon promo that's running from August 23rd through the eclipse, September 21st. So basically the first Virgo moon, new moon on August 23rd through September 21st, the Black Moon eclipse, where you can claim over $1,100 in free promos, including a couple of things that I have not offered as promos before. So when you register for my Astrology Mastery Certification course, I will teach you how to do astrology from the ground up and deepen your foundation if you already have one, give you confidence with reading charts, and show you how you can actually even earn money from this. You will get for free my Unleash Your Money Magnet, my Celestial Mindscape series, my Train Your Brain Subliminal series. These two here, the Celestial Mindscapes and the Train Your Brain Subliminal series, are great for working with that water energy this month and the Pisces eclipse of activating your subconscious mind and building a bridge between your conscious and your subconscious space. And then very special, very exciting, my brand new Star Goddess Astrology course. You will learn about 9 ladies of the zodiac, not the moon or Venus, ones that want to have a voice in your chart. And wow, wait till you see how your chart changes when you add these in. So I've been working on this for a long time. The only way to get this course is actually as a promo through this, unless you've already taken or are registered in my Mastery Certification course, then you can email me and access it. But for new people, the only way to get this Star Goddess Astrology course is by registering for this promo now. So if you like the dates and you want to have more dates and aspects, go to AnnieHelpsYou.com, sign up for my free email newsletter. I only send out one newsletter weekly, except occasionally if I have a promo going on, I will send out an additional one. I won't spam you. I will not share your list, and you won't all of a sudden wind up on some random person's list from being on my list, because I do not like that. I will not do that to you. Now, when you get when you sign up and you get the archive link through the welcome letter, put September 2025 in, and that will bring you to the newsletter that has the sweet and salty dates. They're about halfway down, and the whole second half of that newsletter is drilling into the ones to be most awareful and careful of, and the most celebrated ones on what you can do with them. You will get early my content early by signing up for this newsletter list, and you'll get access to my eclipse resource page, which you can fully utilize for the eclipses now. I've updated that. Retrograde resource page, zodiac help tips, my 28-day virtual coaching program. Most of the work I do in the world is free, and most of the things that I talk about in my videos are more free things for you, and this is a lot more of that. If you want the earliest access to my if you want the earliest access to my content and my 2026 Astrological Tides planning calendar, search for Annie Botticelli Secret Star Portal. Just make sure you put my name in there, Annie Botticelli Secret Star Portal, in a search online, and you will find that. And that's where you will get the earliest access and also that special planning resource. And if you want to understand how Pluto going into Aquarius, Jupiter into Cancer, Uranus and Gemini, Saturn and Neptune into Aries, how all of the outer planets changing signs affects your personal chart, get my personalized video report package at anniebclarity.com, Annie the letter B clarity.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.